Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here and welcome to some midnight OpenRA. I've been going for an 11 PM run, now it's time to not wind down at all with a 12 PM OpenRA cast. This is gonna be awesome. So, unbeknownst to myself and probably many others, there was a Red Alert globally a team league, 2v2 team league, and yeah, it's been pretty successful. I did not participate because I didn't make the cut, and then I completely forgot about it. It completely got erased out of my memory. And yeah, so I just stumbled upon those replays and I was like, oh my goodness, this is something to cast. This is one of the matches. I think they were always best of twos, and there is another series that goes for 5 games, so definitely we'll go into that later. But this series only has 2 games, and we're gonna introduce the players for now. Spawning as the Western Front, it is gonna be Mr. Orb, apparently sleepy. That must have been a terrible time zone for him, being an American. He's teamed up with Anjew. And conversely, on the other side of the map, we have a team-up, a mashup collaboration between Mr. WhoCares, king of team games, king of wacky random build orders, and yeah, just very experimental all-rounder. And he is teaming up with the vice champion of the current RAGL season, Mr. Morkel. Let's see. Yeah, Morkel already got his trophy. WhoCares still trophyless. Oh my goodness! For all his laurels that he has in the OpenRA community, still is without a single trophy. RIP. Anyway, yeah, this is gonna be pretty awesome. Oh, Anjew was in the tag team tournament. He was vice champion there. So, some things to talk about. First off, you might be wondering about the palette here. This is not your screen. This is not a different color scheme or something. This is just a different palette. Ooh, engineer snack was found by the attack dog. A little midnight snack. Yeah, this is just a custom-made autumn palette. Another engineer going down here. So an NG for an NG, trade off. Yeah, this is a custom-made autumn tile set, and it looks a bit dreary in my opinion. This looks like autumn in Middle England or something. It's only the perpetual rain that's missing. But that aside, be that as it may, we got ourselves a good game in our hands. APC build order for a Sleepy Orb, who managed to, yeah, classic Orb, skip racks. Go for the Greed Lord build, and I guess he's just gonna follow up with 5 Harvesters. That's just the way he's ticking right now. Anjew also went very greedy, didn't invest much into the early game and got his fair share of oil derricks. Ooh. Nice catch here. Orb intercepts some of those rocket soldiers, but there is more. But there's more. There's always more. Coupled with 1 or 2 medics here. That's a double infantry push, like probably double refinery for both players. Yeah. So Morkel and WhoCares definitely favoring early aggression. Let's see if Orb and Anjew can stem the tide, because they literally have nothing right now. Barracks need to start pumping out infantry like crazy. Churn them out. These team games, I'm telling you, some of those replays have stacked players. Like, ooh, it's really, really good. There's already a first flame tower deployed. The AoE nicks some of the rocket soldiers. Need to reallocate their forces right there. Orb's Harvester getting low, but not critically so. So no losses sustained just yet. Right now it's looking pretty solid for Team 2. Looks like a solid hold. At least the medic can gain... Wait, the medic died. RIP. No more healing for you. Well, this push has been thoroughly thwarted. Light tank is joining the fray, but look, there's just nothing for you to gain here. Light tank can only soak damage from rifles so much, and as soon as heavy tanks enter the equation, it's game over, man. So this is thoroughly squashed. Nothing remains save a couple rocket soldiers, and those guys won't be making it back to base. Hate to break it to you. Evening news. Another patch of 5 rocket soldiers died. Well, that didn't work out at all. Yeah, Morkel already commenting on how south that went. Expansion timings are there, but look, this is such a dreary situation right now. Team 2 is definitely up against the ropes, need to come up with some crazy build orders to make this work. Mass production has started the classic Soviet way. Anjew's Ukrainian forges have started pumping out riflemen and rocket soldiers. That's just very meta game team build order. Nothing too crazy, no crazy early rushes, just keeping your forces compact. Staying on center, staying on target, and then massing up. Yeah, also, while this is winding down, I've produced Company of Heroes Shoutcast, so from now on, every now and then, it's not gonna, because people have been commenting on this, it's not gonna diminish the amount of OpenRA casts that I'm gonna be doing. It's just some extra content on the side. So let me know if you like some Company of Heroes casts. Thus far, the reaction has been mixed, but pretty good. I really like the game as well. Just a fun little diversion. Okay, Southern Hemisphere is now being claimed by Morkel, but look, there is so much infantry out for Anjew. He is ready to pull the trigger. On the other side, we're seeing Orb mixing in some flamers. I like that. Some people have commented, I think it was Pancho, and he was completely right. Commented that... This was very good down, yeah. Pancho was commenting that flamethrowers are actually not that beneficial if they're used in a frontal assault, and the reason for that being is they cost 300, and just replace them with 3 rifles, and you're gonna have basically the same effect. The only difference, in my opinion, is the flames spread out a lot, and they cause suppression, which might be a good thing, especially when it comes to keeping your enemy infantry static and at bay. So that's my take on the situation, but yeah, flamers definitely have their use cases, and obviously their most prominent use case is when they're being used against enemy buildings, because, and I'm not talking base defenses because those have concrete armor. I'm talking about power plants, racks, refineries, war factories, because those die extremely rapidly. Okay, WhoCares is pushed out here. Might lose his army as well. No, always pulling back, but that's the juicy gem mine that is crucially alive. Okay. Team 2 have somehow stabilized. They've managed to hold on to the gem mines, and that is honestly the big ticket. Is that the only gem mine? This is such a weird map. Yeah, indeed. Basically, you hold this, you're gonna have leverage, you can have some massive economic leverage. That is like some Norway-sized oil fields right there, in terms of OpenRA. Ooh, very juicy. I'm about to soak this up. Is there, yeah, Radadome build timings are relatively similar, so Orb is slightly ahead in the build timing, but nothing too crazy. He's trying to push from 2 fronts, but he's thoroughly being picked apart. Stripped clean here by Mr. WhoCares, who's also managed to get his reinforcements streaming in. Ooh, forces spearheading reaching into Anjew's base. There is so much here. Anjew's half his army is AFK. Uh-oh. This might be nasty. Is this just gonna be a positional error? Looks like it right now. Tesla Quill not firing on anything of value, because every time in an engagement a Tesla Quill hits like 3 rifles, it hasn't done its job. Wow, complete clean sweep. And Radadome tech now out for Morkel as well, plus no aggression onto the main bases. What? Is this a comeback? This is starting to look a lot like a comeback right there. Anjew has ruffled some feathers here. Has killed off the refinery, that's pretty good. Denied some eco. He needs to kill this. Definitely needs to commit to killing the ore refinery, otherwise, yeah, Morkel is just gonna transfer Harvester. Come on, no, don't do that. Plus he's on move command. Okay, this is a terrible idea. Oh. Move command. Costing lives since 1995. To be fair, back then there was no attack move. It was literally move command or bust. Trying to go for the Radadome as well. Nope. Not gonna get it. The mediums can chase down the heavy. Yeah. That's the entire push stopped in its tracks. At least Orb is up to tier 2 and has got his V2 rocket launchers out. Is he gonna spot this? Uh-oh. Yeah, barely spots it for now. But again, he has such little forces, comparatively speaking. How does this keep on happening? How do they keep on finding those weak spots? How is this possible? Tech center is out for Orb. Okay, now we're cooking. He's Russia, so Tesla tanks might be in the cards, but Tesla tanks can be countered by tier 2 as long as they don't have critical mass just yet. So this is not... this is an investment that might pay off over time. Always rushing Iron Curtain and Mammoths. Mammoths are too slow on this map. Thing is, yeah, Mammoths are great bang for buck. Problem is, if you want to rotate, and this map is large and has you rotate a lot, then you're gonna be in for a world of hurt. Very defensive position. I don't think this can be broken. Nope. Denied. Access denied. We have a quarantine breach here in Sector A. But it's been cleaned up. Alright. Southern forces on the resurgence here. There's a Blackhawk. To be honest, Morkel should have sent the Blackhawk first. Just scout the perimeter, see what's up, but he was pushing headfirst into a Maginot line and a half. Engagements all across the map. What is this? What is this madness? Anjew's Harvester looks a bit lost. Alright, Mammoth tanks are coming out. Might be a window. And it doesn't look like the tanks of WhoCares can connect here. Nope. Everything denied. Access denied on both sides. Here comes the push on the north side. Spearheaded by lots of tanks. Yeah, Orb needs to scurry. Needs to get his units out of dodge right now. Is this gonna be the end? I don't know. Mammoth tanks can kite this army quite sufficiently. Plus, Mammoth tanks they do significant AoE. If you let them just chip away at infantry, they're eventually gonna be really cost efficient. Okay, in comes the base. Orb needs to decide now. Does he have to commit here? I think he has to commit for the Conyard first and then save his base. Ooh, those two runaway tanks. That's really great micro by WhoCares. I think this is a dead MCV. Yup. MCV goes down. And he's splitting off his tanks. I really like what he's doing there. Now, this is a window of vulnerability. Team 2 have lost their entire armies in this push, but they've been looking so strong. Tech center is out. Yeah, a forward-rated dome, really. There's a Tanya somewhere, I heard her. That Tanya can only be WhoCares'. Let's see, let's see. Okay, tech center has been sniped. Tech no more, but they're... Look, this is a more than average amount of rifles and rockets. The good old trope of basic infantry in OpenRA overwhelming even Mammoth tanks. It's happening again, isn't it? Those V2 shots need to be dead center. Oh no. Oh no, it's starting to look dire for Orb and Anjew. Oh my lord. Oh, the V2 didn't find the value it was supposed to. That is going to be bad news. Forces get cleaned up eventually, but they've lost so much. Their base is in shambles. 6 Yaks are out for Anjew. You could definitely go for a strafe and kill all the refineries here. Just deny some of the mining. Also curb some Conyards. Team Morkel and WhoCares are playing it very close to the chest because they have nothing in defense. This, undefended. This is basically undefended for all intents and purposes. Right hand? Undefended. Yeah, I don't know. Artillery transition, it's coming out. The good old Allied special. Ooh, that was a juicy shot though. Giving the good old Allied tier 2 special treatment. Who has ordered an Allied surprise package? I think it was Orb. It must have been Orb. Okay, Iron Curtain has been fired. This is gonna be good because Morkel is busy somewhere else. He is microing something else. Uh-oh. Stands a lot of... Ooh, those artillery shots though. Dead center. Absolute dead center. That must be GG, says Orb, and so it appears to be. Tier 3 did not pay off here for Anjew and for Orb, for that matter, at all. 1 Iron Curtain, a charge that he got out of that one. Yeah. Too many artilleries on the dance floor. Another Iron Curtain. Oh, they were rushing double Iron Curtain, that's why. This is so strong in the late game, but not if you lose your entire base before you get there. Now they can play the left-right game. Okay, Orb is gonna switch to allies. Hera bombs, complete whiff. Ooh, what a reaction from WhoCares. Sad day. Those parabombs didn't do a damn thing. Tanks are running amok in the base. Anjew's forces don't know where even to defend. And Morkel can be so annoying with his little detachments, just this one rocket, 2 rifles. They're gonna kill harvesters because, yeah, they're such a small army, and Anjew can't defend everywhere at once. The other side, I really love how they're incorporating Black Hawks as scouts. Really good choice. Yeah, and all of that with like 0 defense in the main base. That was just pure aggression on all sides of the map. Alright, that's awesome. Oh, the official motto of the team game RHL was always blame your teammate. Very solid. Oh, this also features some balance changes. Ah, those were the ones that got implemented later on. Yeah. No, wait, they didn't get implemented yet. For example, Tesla Coil, a further range nerf. I see, I see. Medium tank, increased health, I'm not sure about that one. Increased burst and reload delays for longbow. Decreased mobile radar jammer movement speed decreased in order to keep pace with the armies better. That's smart. Chinook health decreased. Yeah, it is a bit on the high side. Okay. Time for game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Round 2, bring it on. This is played on the map Teufelsberg, Devil's Mountain. Yeah, this is where the Devil's Lettuce grows. Check it out. All the Devil's Lettuce. It's being burned here. Just a religious burning of Devil's Lettuce. Awesome. Ah, I love those props. The abandoned mine, Harvester Husk. Harvester, it's interesting, Husks time out even if they're set to neutral. So you can't really capture them unless you have a minute 0 service depot as allies. So they don't really have an impact, but it's cool, like cool decals anyway. Cool props. The Biolab, I don't think it can be captured. I think you can't land a Chinook here. This is an impassable cell, right? Hope so. Anyway, this time we've got Mr. Anjew as Ukraine, and we've got Germany for Sleepy Orb. And they're going to be matched up against WhoCares as Z Germans. It's going to be matched up with Inbred Morkel as English. What an unlikely combination. Ooh, that's why it's called Devil's Mountain. Look, it's really hard to capture the lyrics. There are so many flanking routes and so many dead angles that you can sneak a rifle in and kill an engineer. I think this might be pretty good for Soviets because with a dog the rush distance is shorter. You can easily get in here, snap and catch an unaware opponent off guard. But as it appears to be the case, this is a large map, so this is 4-4. Oh no, this is mostly War Factory rushes except Morkel going against the grain here. Opting for a double ref. This is gonna be weird. He's gonna start floating like crazy. He's not gonna be able to do much here because, yeah, he can pump infantry. But if he doesn't do that, then he's just gonna float. Whatever floats your boat, my friend. Okay, going for the expensive infantry. That makes complete sense. He didn't capture the Derrick, what? Ah, that's the second Derrick. I mean, it's Devil's Mountain after all, right? So this is going to be a super passive early game. Anjew, whenever you play him in RHL, I've played him so many times, and he's never one for early aggression. He's always wanted to have his build-up phase, and always very much in a similar camp. And this can get punished. But for the time being, he's just a ranger from WhoCares, sniffing out the situation, seeing nothing out of the ordinary, no cheese. Unless it's secretly France, and that's a fake base. And the real MCV is moving out already. Cap of Pride. Would be too good to be true. Yeah, 5 harvests already. Jeez, at the 2-minute 50 mark. Double Ranger out for Orb. He's using Punch's color. That is gonna throw me for a loop. Because I'm gonna keep calling him Puncher throughout the match, I'm pretty sure. Puncher's favorite color. Yeah, you scratch it. Yeah, you repair that paint job. That's a new technical. Better repair that. Orb taking very good care of his units, making sure that not a single point of health is unhealed. But otherwise, yeah, that's what I was expecting, a very passive early game, because this is literally one of the largest maps and one of the largest rush distances that you could ever conceive of. That's gonna be already an MCV timing for some of the players. WhoCares is a hard rushed an MCV. His MCV is gonna be out in no time. Yeah, he must have gone War Factory. Did he go War Factory's Refinery, War Factory, Service Depot, and Refinery? Did he build the Service Depot before the second refinery? So that appears to be the case. Orb can be moderately annoying here, but with the DPS from Rangers, you don't kill that. You don't kill it, you just don't. He can be... Oh, misses the block as well. Kind of unlucky, but at least scouts out the positioning. So that's already half the rent, so to speak. More forces from Morkel rallied into the middle, and the march of the MCV continues. I think this would be a prime. He shouldn't be going for the MCV. He should just be going for rocket soldiers. Shave off some infantry, get some good trades in, decimate enemy infantry, which would fit the bill, by the way, because the origin of the word decimate is to kill every 10th. To kill every 10th in a legion. In good old Roman tactics. As a punishment for, I guess, mutiny. But anyway, I digress. We've got a solid macro start here from Anjew, who's gotten away with this just uncontested. However, always going to have to be double time, some heavy overtime and heavy lifting on the defensive front, because he's going to be pushed by 2 armies plus a base springing up right in his face here. I think this harvester already is forfeit. Needs to get the hell out of dodge. Yeah, but for the time being, Orb is stable. Still stable against 2 armies even. Ooh, we shouldn't go too deep. As long as the tanks up front, he should honestly just kill power plants. Kill the power plants, stop the base creep. Anjew's gonna be busy taking out the Builderics on the other side. That's fine. That's fine, as long as they can get those small advantages. God, this is gonna be a clusterfuck. This is just gonna be good old base v base. Oh, it's so nasty. Yeah, don't get crush, I focus left. Fair enough, fair enough. The tactics. WhoCares is trying to look for a flank here. No signs of tier 3 for anyone just yet. This is still the phase where everyone is just scrambling to get a large enough army in size. Ooh. Does Anjew have enough power to sustain his Tesla? He does. He does. This time, this is looking like some significant structural damage. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Good hustle. Could kill a harvester here as well on the way out. Free half. On the right hand side, ooh, this is now dangerous. So this is gonna force Orb to rotate. He now has to defend on both fronts, and it's always easier for the attacker, because the attacker can bring their units into position in advance of the assault. The defender has to react, and that costs valuable seconds, and especially when there's cliffs and there's also pathfinding terrain blockers, there's buildings. This honestly is a bad position to defend. I guess it was Orb's only option to go for an uncontested Orb patch, and uncontested no more. That's gonna be really tough. I think he needs to already pull the harvesters, such as not to sustain any heavy losses. Oh, but the micro thus far has been really good. Keeps his armies intact and alive for the most part. Harvesters are all still up and running. Tesla coil coming in. I don't know if he can hold, but oh my goodness, Anjew with a serious assault onto the main base. This is looking to be an unstoppable army right now at the time present. As long as he can find damage with that, he is going to be in a great spot. On the other side, one of his harvesters gets nicked. Right hand side, it's going to be so hard for Orb. He is thoroughly flanked on both sides. Needs to circumnavigate his way out of there. Okay, Anjew needs to... This is PSA for Anjew. If you're watching this, kill the refineries, because otherwise your opponent is just going to repopulate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's the arty. Kill the artillery. Prime target. Chase it down to the end of the earth. Yeah, as long as Anjew just kills the war factory, he's gonna be gold. I think that's Morkel's only war factory, isn't it? He's got a radar dome, but no double war factory. The artillery trying to be sneaky. Gets one shot in. It was solid, but not the best. Orb is on defensive duties here. And he's doing the smart thing. This is his expansion base. He can lose that and still be in an okay spot as long as Anjew wipes the main. So he's not investing any more into the expansion base. Instead, he's reinforcing his main base. That is the correct thing to do here. Very tense game. Orb needs to hold out long enough for Anjew to wipe the entire base. So far, yeah, he has dismantled the econ. And on the other side, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Forces a reaction out of Morkel, and what does he do? Follow it up with an attack on the expansion. Great play from Anjew this time around. Orb got pummeled in the early game, so Anjew has to be the carry here, and he's doing a good job right now. We're seeing lots of purple, and with a couple sprinkles of orange, of Punjo orange, not very much blue and black anymore. Pink is the new black. Yes, this time he's killing it. Nope. He is Soviet, so he might as well produce some thieves. That would be a steal, a literal steal. Those refineries are so exposed. If he now rallies thieves into the refineries, he's gonna be my hero, because he's gonna be draining Morkel constantly. Have him on 0 cash constantly. Orb has also found his way around the expansion of WhoCares as well. Starting a little counter-assault here. I like what I'm seeing. Tier 2 has been purchased, both going for a radar dome. First Black Hawk is out for Orb. It is starting to look up for Team 2. So apparently, it looks like this league format allows for draws. Because I didn't see a game 3. Unless my replay folder was incomplete, but I'm... The Zor truck. On Death's Door. This is the Ortruck graveyard. This is where they go to die. When they're too old to continue the trade. Oh my lord. Orb with a couple Black Hawks now. And a very fortified main base. I really like Orb's playstyle here as well. It was playing so well defensively. Just holding the line. Yeah, my goodness, he's doing it. 7k? Immediate sell. Morkel is gonna be tilted from that. That's my money. My goodness, he still has 2k. Yeah, that was just Anjew casually stealing 7k. That is the greatest heist I've seen in a long while. Oh my lord. That is some serious Fort Knox Vault level shit. Okay, there's a big counterattack. This can be stopped. Armies are converging from both sides, no scouting information either. Honestly, it would pay off to suicide a Yak into this blob as well. If Anjew lines it up correctly, he's gonna inflict a lot of damage here. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing it. No! The angle was all off. But does it even matter? Does it? Ooh, the wreck is blocking the tanks. That is lucky for Orb. And at the end of the day, the infantry are gonna get wiped. We're gonna zoom in as far as possible. That is max zoom factor here. Black Hawk chipping in some shots as well on the other side. Oh, Orb has mustered some artilleries as well. Very nice play. This was such a joy, like such a strategic game. Orb got pummeled into submission but didn't give up. Meanwhile, Anjew was playing the carry role and just doing all the damage. That was just beautiful team play. I really enjoyed the dynamics here. And it wasn't one-sided either. Could have gone either way. One Yak strafe, one more Yak strafe to kill the Kanyard as well. My goodness, it's so low. Tanya's out. And Morkel has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Where's Tanya? She's here. She's gonna go into the pillbox. Yeah, that's gonna be a massacre. You guys know the horror movie, The Great Pillbox Massacre? Pretty scary if you're asking me. I don't think we're gonna see it here though, because this game is about to end. This one special cargo pillbox. GG being called, yeah. Morkel lost everything. That was such a great tactical game. This increases my orb coverage rate to almost 40%, like at least 40% of the games on my channel need to contain orb. That is kind of a prerequisite at that point. State mandated. Yeah, Team League is stacked. Those player pools are more stacked than the fat stacks of cash that I get from shilling out for EA. Kappa Pride. The last remnants of the base of WhoCares begins now. GG. What a first series. Okay, so apparently this can end in a draw, and it did here. That's gonna be 1-1 for team... I honestly don't know the team names. That's unfortunately... that's unfortunately the hard cold truth. I don't have the team names at hand. But Orb and WhoCares pulling it... Orb and Anjew pulling it together in game 2. Meanwhile, WhoCares and Morkel, also really scary combination because, yeah, Morkel is just all around solid and WhoCares is the wild card. He can come up with any build like minute 3 V2 rush, MCV rush on like 5 MCVs on at minute 5, you name it. He's got the build order for it. And the macro. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll be back with more RA Team League, especially in the upcoming weeks. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.